p.m. And we're off. Looks like the players have opted for 1.5 speed. So that would be the move. Looks like Memo's got a nice 7-berry bush with Phoenician. Let's see if he leaves that strag there. Very good. Yes, he does. So that's always nice when you get 7 berries. IberHobbit doesn't have that. Memo does. Forgive me, folks. My wife is texting me. For those of you watching who are married, you'll understand. For everybody else, sorry. As we get back on track here, take a look at the HC. It's even early thus far, as you'd expect. And Memo's got 6 veils on berry, so he does not want to fall behind HC at all. He's making sure he stays with it. Looks like IberHobbit's trying to get an early lure here, but it's a little sloppy. This Memo gets a feel for his map here. Yes, 1.5. Evidently, the players have agreed to 1.5. Depending on the theories that you subscribe to, 1.5 will usually favor the better player, because the better player can usually multitask better. As such, that slowed speed would allow for even greater multitasking. So that's kind of the thinking behind speeds and how it makes or breaks matchups. As Iber is actually ahead on the HC, as he's got a couple of deer lured in. Neither player has a wood pit down curiously yet, but it's still early. We'll see who gets theirs down first. So I try to keep up with the chat. Yes, the positions are crazy. There's not a ton of wiggle room between the players, relatively speaking, for a 1 versus 1. It's a 4-player map size, as Memo patiently goes for the better lure here. And neither player still has a wood pit down, so both players are kind of hurt by bad strags. But Hobbit finally gets his down, his wood pit that is. Memo's gets his down now. So yeah, these 5-minute wood pits are all the rage these days. And these two players opting to go that route with the slower wood pits. If you watch me, my stream, that's not really my preference. I like to get the quick wood pit down, but these two players putting emphasis on that lure of deer. So we check. Sorry about that. 19 veils each. As it looks like Memo's going to cap at 20. Iber is clicking at 19 at 6 minutes. So that's good work by Iber to get that quick click time. Take advantage of that Persian sieve. But if you look at Iber, he doesn't have that next food source locked up yet. So yeah, he got the quick click, but is he going to be able to do anything with it? And unfortunately, if you're Iber, there was no elephants. So anytime you're Persian, you can't get that one elephant. It's always a letdown. Not a letdown in the sense that it'll make or break the matchup, but just an elephant can be really lethal to Persian. As Memo expertly lures 2 elephants right to his town center. And it looks like he's got a little paint going on here, or would be paint, we'll see. Yeah, Iber's kind of looking for food here. I think he's getting caught with his pants down. He probably thought he would find an elephant. No elephants to be found for poor Iber. He will tool first, though, so we'll see what difference that ends up making as he tools right now. 8:04. That's a really good tool time, but what's he going to do with it? Looks like he's got a forwardville here that Memo spotted. So right now things are looking to be in Memo's favor. As we switch over to Memo, he's going to be tooling any second. So I try to follow along with the chat better today. There we go. IberHobbit's doing some interesting things, shall we say. As we check the military score, there's been no kills recorded in the game quite yet. It's just kind of a dance, if you will, between the players. Looks like Memo's going to go for the sling pump HC strategy. He's got more going for him than a Hobbit right now, and the timeline should reflect that soon. Yeah, IberHobbit was not able to find these deer here. That would have been really helpful for him if he was able to find these, because there was no elephant. Man, IberHobbit really got screwed. There was no elephants for him. As he kind of flails away like Magikarp at Memo's house wall. Memo's just kind of chilling, getting strong with his economy and assessing what he's going to do in terms of long game. In the meantime, IberHobbit's flailing away with his Magikarp clubman. As Memo has his slings upgraded and he's moving in position for a strike to what's IberHobbit up to, man? As Memo starts to take control of the game timeline-wise, again, that doesn't mean everything, but just kind of looking at things. IberHobbit made all these clubmen. I ain't gonna do anything with it except kill 2 houses. So that's not what you want when you make clubmen. You want to get in on someone early and often. He couldn't do that. This Memo kind of just is content to be conservative in the sense that he's just going to chip away at Hobbit. One house, another house. He'll probably find these clubmen eventually, and even if he doesn't, they'll probably come to him. So we check the HC count. Hobbit does have the edge there. Almost. We're looking for LA and deer. Yeah, that's what it looks like. He could not find these deer here. He really needed to find these deer because, like we've talked about, there's no elephants for Iber on this map. This is kind of a tough deal when you're Persian. This is IberHobbit gets wrecked by an elephant. It's not looking good for Hobbit. His Memo is just kind of able to micro his way through everything because the speed is 1.5 and he's so strong. A strong player is always going to take advantage of that 1.5 speed, and Memo's doing that. As the timeline indicates, he has a firm grip on this match. Just looking like a rout here in game 1. Memo in favor of himself, if you will, over Hobbit. Barring something unforeseen, we'll see if Memo can find this little camp out here. He's exploring the whole map. He's smart. He knows he has to. And then he sees... He's like, aha, gotcha. And now he redirects the slings to move in for a crushing blow here that would end the match. Just Hobbit just was not able to get in on Memo at all. as I check in on my wife. Just hang on, folks. She's texting me. Yeah, I mean, the story of this matchup was just IberHobbit, that is, doing his Magikarp impression of flailing. As Memo loses a slinger, but he knows that Hobbitsvilles are on the run. He's got a sling here to explore. Yep, there it goes. In the meantime, he's closing in here. If he finds these berry foragers, I should say, that would be really bad for Hobbit. Really, really bad. There's an elephant. Pretty much the only elephant IberHobbit could have gotten, and there it is, unused. Ouch. As things start to get really ugly for IberHobbit on the timeline and on the map. It's as bad as it looks. As he's going YOLO. Full YOLO mode. Yep, there it goes. GG is called. As Memo flexes in game 1. Dispatches Hobbit quite easily. All right, let's get back on track here as we get ready for game 2. If you're just joining us, Memo flexed in game 1, took it decisively. It was like, what was it, guys? 15 kills, 14 losses in favor of Memo. He was Phoenician, Iber was Persian, and Memo just kind of microed his way to victory. But now it's game 2, and we'll see how IberHobbit responds. Is he going to roll over and crawl, turtle, and go out meekly, or is he going to rally and find a way to disrupt Memo's confidence? Like, oh, maybe I'm not the better player. This is a really crucial game for Hobbit. If he can win this, he's got a chance to advance. If he loses this and goes down 2-0 to Memo, there's no way, in my opinion, that Memo would lose 3 straight games to IberHobbit. So that's how quickly the tide of AoE can turn, guys. One game 2 goes the wrong way to the better player, all of a sudden you're staring elimination in the face, and that's kind of where IberHobbit finds himself in this game 2. Memo had Sumer last game? Did he really? I thought Memo had Phoenician last game. I wouldn't say that's goldfish brain. I think I was just mistaken. So does that mean I called IberHobbit a shit face for nothing? Oops. Nonetheless, we focus on what's going on the map as Ira sponsor calls me goldfish brain in front of everybody, which is pretty insulting coming from him, if I do say so myself. Neither player has the quick wood pit working yet, so if you're Roman, you like to take advantage and have that quick wood pit. IberHobbit hasn't done that yet. If he has if he can find it, I should say, he has a nice spot here with a fat forest and some stone nearby. Yeah, IberHobbit last game was Persian, and he had no elephants to his name. And his second gazelle was like guarded by a lion, and he did not find it. So IberHobbit had a 6-minute tool click last game, and just could do nothing with it. Was kind of the summary, but give Memo credit. He played well too. Just because IberHobbit didn't have a good map, that wasn't gonna lose the game. Memo had to do his thing, and he did. As we take a look, Memo's got the HC edge early. So I see Jesze has made it. What's up, Jesze? Thanks for making it, for supporting the cast. As we check, neither player is particularly close to clicking tool age yet. IberHobbit's kind of screwing around with a forward house here. Trying to confuse people, I guess. As Memo circles the map, trying to get a feel for what's going on. IberHobbit has found Memo. As Memo is able to find him. Very unlikely that IberHobbit's able to do anything with this Vil. So that's going to be a -1 for IberHobbit. Unfortunately for him, not good. Down goes Hobbit. As Memo clicks, we switch over to IberHobbit. He has not clicked yet, but he will very soon. He clicks, so he's right behind Memo. No decided advantage to either player as far as click time. We'll see if Memo can flex here and get a double elephant lure. And he does indeed flex and go for that. He is Sumerian, so he's got a nice cushion on HP. Oh, a little stuck there. There you go. A little wiggle. So subtleties. Well done by Memo. Very well done. So this is where 1.5 really helps a player like Memo. But let's be real, 3 elephants also helps him. Looks like it could be another map game for Memo, as Hobbit does get the really nice wood pit spot, so we did find that. Good for him. He has that going for him, but not much else. Memo's able to get safe here with a house wall. As Hobbit tries to get in on his kitchen early, there is a hole here. This Memo now finds that out. Will he go for the quick wall there? He doesn't. He gets a little greedy. And he is tool, so he gets the wall down. Memo is walled. Oh no, and he's got a paint and IberHobbit. Not good. So on one end of the map we have Memo safe, and on the other end of the map we have IberHobbit not safe. Slower on tool click. He's got armor on his clubman already. He's the explorer's Hobbit. We check the HC count. Memo's got a 1 edge there. And he's in on him with Axeman, and they're double upgraded. Things not looking good for Hobbit. Memo smells blood on the water and finds these berries. Oh man, that's not going to be good for Hobbit. Hobbit really looks like he's in trouble here. This Memo is not really able to. There we go. Now he realizes what he missed. Oh man, IberHobbit's just too. He's just too slow for Memo, is what I see. It's not even IberHobbit is bad. It's just that Memo is just too fast for him, I think, is what I'm seeing. Yes, no walls. Correct, Bongo. He has some walls, but these aren't long game walls. These are just kind of panic walls. He's not walling his position. He's just buying time. We check the HC count. Memo's got a 4 edge there. As Memo's content to just kind of chill at home. He might need to get some stone though soon. He's low on stone. He only has 35. IberHobbit has plenty of stone. Are we going to see a TK tower from Hobbit? Looks like he's getting desperate enough. He might have to consider one. As Hobbit's bowman goes down. It wouldn't surprise me if Hobbit calls GG within the next minute of game time. Is that a hole there on the edge? Oh my god, that's humiliating. He got it on him. Oh my god, dude. How is that possible? Come on. Even I'm frustrated by that, and I'm rooting for Memo. Oh, poor Hobbit. As the route is on again. I mean, the timeline hasn't skewed as much as I thought it might by now, but Hobbit hasn't been able to hurt Memo at home. Memo's gonna be able to get a wall down. Yes, buy himself more time as he's been doing. You might want to get a stone pit down next to that gold. Would be wise in my opinion if he could pull that off. Let's check back. Hobbit Civ, all those Berryvilles are dead. Now the straits are really dire for Hobbit according to the timeline. Yep, Arabian Nights, Arabian Day. Has Memo started making slings yet? Not yet. But he'll probably make that adjustment soon. So we switch over. No, he's gonna stick with Axeman. He thinks he can catch IberHobbit sleeping and make a decisive strike with Axeman. Oh, another wasted granny for Hobbit. I didn't see that earlier, but I see it now. So he's got some fills here. Arabian nights, Arabian days. More often than not, there it is. GG's called. I don't need to say anything. I can just let this song play, which is what I was doing there. That's what I was going for. As IberHobbit realizes just how dire the straits were to the point where he could not recover. And on Hobbit, will Hobbit be able to pull one out of his ass and salvage at least one game, or will he get swept? Well, IberHobbit gets swept, as right away we look at IberHobbit's map and he's got a problem. His granary is so close to his town center, it's almost... Oh, okay. There you go. He finds a nice spot on the map here. So this is the kind of map that could tilt the affair in IberHobbit's favor. As he is Minnow and Memo is Shang. And IberHobbit gets a lethal storage pit with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shorefish within one screen. If you look at my top of my screen to the bottom, I'm pretty sure I just counted 11 shorefish. So, early advantage here, IberHobbit. Just looking at the map, we check the early HC count and see that he's ahead there as well. So things are looking good for Hobbit to get a game here in Game 3. This is the kind of map IberHobbit needed if he was going to have a chance in hell of pulling this off. And starting with one win after going down 2-0 is a chance in hell, and that's kind of where IberHobbit's at right now. So we take a look over at Memo. He himself also has a nice little storage pit by the shore with some gold next to it. Ooh, nice. So if he opts to go for the quick bronze strategy here, he's got the gold for it right there next to his storage pit. But this is a tight window here for that gold. That could be a problem, but if he cuts through this wood, he could have another access point to the gold. So we take a look back in Hobbit. He's starting to adjust well. He's ahead on the HC count too. Very good for him. This is the kind of map you dream of when you pick Continental, you know. Not only was it 11's Shorefish, but it was so close to his town center. Very easy to find, very fast to find. Couldn't have drawn it up any better if you're IberHobbit. The kind of map you needed to salvage a game in this round. Let's just see if you can take advantage. We've seen that not every player can take advantage of a good map. I'm not going to name names, but just because you get a good map doesn't mean you're going to have a good outcome. You need the player to come through too. As IberHobbit has a dock and a granary down. Jeez. That's ambitious. I guess he figures with the cheap fishing boats, it's worth it. I don't know about that though. If I were IberHobbit, I would have just maybe put another pit down here for these 3 swordfish, but we'll see. Curious choice there by Hobbit. I don't know if I would have done that. He's only got 3 vills on wood. What's the point of making a dock? And again, it's just decisions like that just make you scared. I guess he did it because he wanted to be safe. But I personally don't understand that decision by IberHobbit. As Memo clicks tool before 6 minutes. Oh no, IberHobbit's gonna be in trouble. He's gonna be in trouble, but he'll be alright with his click time. He's coming in just now at 6:30 thereabouts. Alright, so that's fine. He should not have done that. He should have kept a couple more vills on berries, but he doesn't. He takes all those guys over there for wood. So just a lot of wasted steps there if you're IberHobbit. I don't agree with those decisions. Memo is not quite sure what IberHobbit is yet, it would seem. He's got a barracks here. He's got a second barracks here with Shang. That's always a smart play. Spamming the Axeman. I mean, anytime you can click tool before 6 minutes, spamming Axeman's a safe bet. Both players kind of have a standoff going here, and they don't know it, but there's also a line here. Maybe he'll come into play. IberHobbit gets his barracks down. See, that's his second barracks, right? Where's his other barracks? Oh, down here. Forgive me, guys. I'm late spotting that, but that's not good by Hobbit. He just kind of wasted an Axeman there. Oh, no. See, that's where the click time is going to help Memo. He's able to get a wall down there. Can he clear this out? Or seal this off, I should say. There's one. Oh, no. He's going to... This could be a crucial moment in the game right here. Oh, Memo's just too fast for Hobbit. And that was a thing of beauty to watch if you're a fan of Memo, as he just kind of takes advantage of the speed there and seals off Hobbit. But Hobbit's pushing on the timeline, so Memo had to micro his villagers there, but the trade-off is he kind of gave in on the macro a bit as I turned the game volume down. Sorry about that. And again, another theme here. IberHobbit with Clubman just wailing away like Magikarp. With Clubman. IberHobbit's able to wall. So that's good work by Hobbit. He's able to get safe at home. As Memo now realizes that Hobbit is walled. He's probably not too happy about it. We check the timeline. It's about even, a little bit in IberHobbit's favor. So this matchup could go either way, as we've got slings here. So Memo's dealing with some pretty intense pressure here at home, which is just what you want if you're IberHobbit. You want Memo to feel that pressure And right now, Memo's definitely feeling it. Timeline does not look good for Memo. Again, IberHobbit had a really good map, and it would seem he's been able to take advantage. There's a lot of Axeman pressure coming here, but Hobbit's able to wall it off. Good work by Hobbit. Memo's got some vills up here on Shorefish, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to turn the tide here. As Hobbit comes in for a naval strike to complement his rush, but Memo is able to get some vills to repair, so that's good work by Memo. As the population starts to get ugly for Memo, is IberHobbit, if you look up here, has a 10 pop lead. And that looks really bad on the timeline. Forgive me, I got some text messages coming in. I might... Forgive me, folks. So it'd be nice to see IberHobbit get another wood put down here, and he's housed for some reason. Hobbit is. It's a theme with him if you watch his stream. Hobbit gets housed a lot. So we see that happen again here, but he's got so much pressure on Memo, and I don't think Memo's able to HC right now. Although he sends his Axeman in, this is going to be the crucial engagement here as we zoom out for a better look at what's going on here. Hobbit's clubmen have armor and attack, but they're not axemen. So that's, again, curious by Hobbit. But it should be enough to hold off Memo here, or not. IberHobbit retreats. He's got a 10 HC lead on Memo. As the timeline continues to not look good for Memo, he's going to get a few kills here. As IberHobbit finally does upgrade Axeman. That's not good for Memo. That was a crucial engagement there. If Memo could have found a way to win that, maybe the tide would turn. But it looks like Iber's going to win it. Not decidedly, but win it. And the timeline, though, continues to look bad for Memo. As IberHobbit's map was just too good. Memo, though, is coming in with a transport, an amphibious landing from... oh, shit. He's in on him. Fully upgraded Axeman, of course. You'd expect nothing less from Memo. As Hobbit realizes, oh, no, I think he transport me. And he tries to wall his wood. And he's able to. Yeah, I think Hobbit's map was just too good, man. Even for the former GOAT, current GOAT Memo. Just a really good map. As Hobbit's going to lose some vills there as they inexplicably transport outside of the wall, but Memo doesn't see it. But the house wall is falling. The Hobbit's in some trouble here. Oh no. He's able to trap a couple Axemen, but he's going to lose a lot of vills. And Hobbit's in trouble, guys. Hobbit is in trouble. I know he's got ships here, but he's definitely in fucking trouble. As we zoom in for a closer look here on the action. That's good work by Memo to get some of those vills like that. He's going to lose a few Axemen, but he's taking some vills out with him. That's a good trade. This Hobbit just has terrible efficiency now right there. Just kind of jammed in that corner. He should just delete that house, but he's not aware enough to do that, at least not right now. So we check the timeline. Memo's fought himself back into it a little bit. Can he pull this off and win 3-0? We'll find out soon. This Hobbit kind of chases him here. Hobbit's still kind of reeling. again with Hobbit walking through these berries. Why is Hobbit making houses? 31 out of 60. I just don't understand that. Why? Why is he doing that? Memo smells blood and moves in for a strike, but not able to land a crushing blow, at least not yet. What's IberHobbit's end game? Is he just gonna what happened there, Hobbit? What are you doing? Oy vey. Hobbit is just not able to quite finish Memo. And now he's just kind of stuck here, and Memo's trolling him. As the population now is almost in Memo's favor. As we take a look at Memo's economy, he's got guys all over the map getting swordfish. That's right, he does. Man, that transport of Axeman was just such a brilliant strike, my Memo. I mean, I know he's got some Axeman walled here, but that's whatever. He can consolidate. This is just a curious... What kind of wall is that? I agree. What in the world is that? He could have just walled this and gotten these berries, and Hobbit just made it so hard for himself, man. Hobbit is not able to land the killing blow on Memo at home. And Memo's clawing his way back into this. The timeline starts to swing in his favor as Hobbit is just pinned down. He made all those extra houses and now he's lost them. He's down to 37 out of 40. Remember how he was just 30 out of 60? Well, he's just lost a bunch of houses. So he made all those houses for nothing, is what that means. Wasted resources. He's getting this fucking wall. Memo's just a pain in the ass. Man, what a match. This Hobbit is not going to go out lightly. Neither player will go out lightly in this game. They're just fighting tooth and nail for the control in this game. It's so close. And Hobbit should just get out here and get a cleaner wall so he can have a proper expansion. But he's not able to or doesn't want to. He's Hobbit build enough houses. And not really. He's housed almost 40 out of 44. The population's pretty much even, 40 apiece. More or less. As Memo's gonna just flex his micro prowess and come at Hobbit with these repaired ships, 5-4. And this would be a big strike if Memo can win C here. That's not going to be good for Hobbit. He doesn't realize it yet. Oh, Memo's making him pay. He'll lose the one scout ship. He's fine with that, because he knows he's going to kill all of Hobbit's scout ships. Oh no, he got in again. Did he transport him again? Man, Memo's too fast for me even, man. This guy's just too strong. Hobbit's coming in with some axemen, but he can't. You just can't keep up with Memo. Memo is just really flexing here as we zoom out to get a full look at Hobbit's situation. He's got all his fills just idle, and here we go. This is trouble for IberHobbit. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, IberHobbit. Oh no, you got problems, bro. You got problems. No, IberHobbit's gonna lose 3-0. I can't believe it either. Unrestricted. I cannot believe it that IberHobbit's gonna piss this match away. What a resilient effort by Memo as GG's called. The game is over. Oh, the sweep is in effect. Wow.